This is WKYT This Morning.
Good Monday morning to you. I'm Michelle Chamberlain. I hope you got a breakthrough today, right?
Yeah, right. I'm Bill Bryant. We're glad you're with us. Hope you had a great Derby weekend and Mother's Day for the moms out there. You enjoyed it, huh?
Yeah, it was a great day. It always is.
It's good to have you with us. Here it is, Monday, May 9th.
Now at 6, a missing mother has been found dead at a Kentucky lake. What her family is saying about the investigation.
Also this morning, with Kentucky's primary just a week away from tomorrow, details on the Clintons returning to Kentucky.
And a southern Kentucky family says they're shocked no one was hurt when a tree fell on their home.
A small rain chance for today, but today is your driest day. Not fully dry, but driest day. And the forecast is we go for about a 30% chance of rain today. 76 degrees. Afternoon looks really nice, but it's tomorrow we're going to be focusing in on with strong, potentially severe storms. I'm going to show you when it moves in coming up.
All right, and really, it's the time of the year to be watching this weather, you know?
Yeah, it is. It is springtime, and in Kentucky, that always means the chance for strong and even severe storms.
And we're looking at a warm and stormy week ahead, it appears. We're here to keep you safe, of course, at WKYT, and our Mark Barber is live at Kroger on Euclid Avenue with details about a special event today. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Bill. Our meteorologists want to help keep you prepared for severe weather, so they will be here at the Kroger on Euclid Avenue from 11 to 7 today. They're here to help you program weather radios. You can pick up those radios just inside the doors here, and if you have a Kroger card, you can use it to get a discount. Once you get those radios, our meteorologists will then spend a minute or 2 minutes setting up that weather radio for you so you can keep an eye on those storms as they are expected to be rolling on in later this week. Now, we've already seen just this last weekend just why it is so important to be prepared for severe weather. In Laurel County, a strong storm ripped off roofs and knocked over signs. Most of the damage is along Kentucky 80 in London. One hotel there was hit with thousands of dollars in damage. So if you do not already have a weather radio, this event today is a great way to pick up one of those important tools. And it's also a great chance to meet our meteorologists as they work to keep us prepared during this spring storm season. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. And the Great Plains are being hit by a large storm system that is pushing eastward now. That system brought a series of tornadoes to eastern Colorado on Saturday and dumped up to a foot of snow in Wyoming yesterday. The National Weather Service says tornadoes have now been reported in rural areas of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska. Now, with more storms in the forecast for this week, remember, you can keep tabs on the weather at WKYT.com or by downloading the WKYT News app.
State police say divers at Lake Cumberland have recovered a missing mother's body. Troopers say 52-year-old Wendy Augustine of Ohio was last seen Saturday on a houseboat docked in Russell County. Her body was found late last night on Mother's Day. Now, in a statement, Augustine's family says her death was an unforeseen accident. Her death remains under investigation. A Mercer County man is accused of attacking a police chief twice. Investigators tried to arrest Robert Webb twice over the weekend in Bergen. Neighbors called police after seeing a man naked. Police Chief Jim Caldwell says he tried to arrest Webb for indecent exposure, but Webb fought him off and got away. A few hours later, Caldwell tried again, but he says Webb's demeanor did not change.
So I thought I was just going to go talk to a guy who'd made a mistake, and we were going to go about our business.
Caldwell tells us Webb started fighting him again, and this time pepper sprayed the police chief in the face. Several hours later, the 25-year-old turned himself in to police.
Well, this morning, a Kentucky Derby horse trainer is recovering at home after a crash that happened just hours after the big race. Trainer Dale Romans says he was taking friends to a VFW post when an SUV and then a truck hit his car. 4 passengers in his car were hurt. 3 of them went to the hospital. Romans says he has some bruised ribs. The horse he trains, Brody's Cause, finished 7th in the Derby. Well, in the end, it is going to be the end of an era later today. An iconic piece of Rupp Arena is being retired.
Yeah, the 40-year-old sound system, affectionately nicknamed Big Bertha, is coming down from the rafters today. WKYT's Mike Beyer is at our live desk this morning to explain why. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Michelle. An iconic part of Rupp Arena that has been through 4 UK men's basketball championship runs is set to come down from the rafters. Weighing in at 12,000 pounds, Big Bertha has been there from the beginning. First used in October of 1976, the 40-year-old sound system was used for the last time yesterday at the UK commencement ceremony. Lexington Center officials say Big Bertha will be lowered to the floor this morning, at which time the arena staff will have a celebration and a group photo taken. The arena will be closed from June 10th to October 10th for structural and tech upgrades. Big Bertha is being replaced with a center-hung video screen. New speaker clusters will be added in various areas around the video system, which should improve sound quality. Now, many have been asking what's next for Big Bertha. Well, the folks at Lexington Center plan to keep a part of it for possible display and historical reasons. The rest of it may be sold off to interested companies. Either way, the iconic sound system has been a huge part of Rupp Arena history. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Pretty nice weather out there early this morning. A couple of sprinkles back west, but other than that, these temperatures actually feel pretty good. We're there in the 50s, a couple of 60s. Look at the difference from not so much the temperatures, but look at the colors real quick. That is actually a warm front that's going to be making its way northbound, as you see from the green to the north to the yellow down toward the south and southwest. Bowling Green at 64 degrees. Then you work your way into Lexington at 56. All that is making its way northbound. It's going to be like yesterday, where during the morning hours you had a rain chance, but afternoon it actually turned out to be a really nice day. That's going to be the same story for today. So we do have that rain chance early this morning. I would say it's a small chance, but nonetheless it is there, especially central and northern zones. That is your best bet. And then by the afternoon, it doesn't clear out. You'll still have about a 10% chance of rain. I just can't rule out a sprinkle or a light shower. But for the most part, we're going to stay dry later on this afternoon. 76 degrees, looks good. This is perfect for our big event going on later on today. From 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., we will be down there. The weather team will be down there. And down at Euclid, at the Kroger there here in Lexington. So we would love to see you down there. We're doing some programming of weather radios, which is perfect timing because we actually have some strong severe weather for tomorrow, at least the opportunity of that. A lot going on back toward the west. We don't want that, okay? But once it gets a little bit closer to us, it actually loses steam. And we'll see that travel off into our neck of the woods tomorrow, especially during the afternoon and evening hours. I'd say that's probably your best bet as this warm air slides on in here. And our severe threat is relatively low. Remember, this is no widespread severe weather. What this is mainly strong severe or strong cells with a possibility of an isolated severe cell in the forecast. Obviously, all those are very low. Those are our severe threats. Wind, damaging winds will be our main threat. It's going to be like what we have seen the past several times where one storm can cause major problems in some areas, but much of this is going to be really heavy rain, a lot of lightning, which I hate. I'm not with lightning, man. You never know where lightning is going to strike, when it's going to strike. But nonetheless, that's one day we need to watch out of a few days, actually,
right,
because the next few days actually look pretty wet.
Yeah, and the severe weather, they can get their weather radios programmed today at Euclid.
Absolutely,
Kroger, rather.
I'll be down there from 11 to about 2 p.m.
Okay.
And then Chris and Jim will actually come in and go through 7 p.m. So we'd love to see you down there. It's a good day for it. It's dry outside.
Yeah, it is a good day. And Mike is staying busy. Also going to show Twister tomorrow.
Yes, we are. Big event. I'm going to be talking about that coming up.
Each morning we bring you weather and traffic together. Let's head now to another busy guy, Officer Don, with a look at what's happening on the roads.
Good morning. Well, not quite as busy as Micah might be toward the rest of the week, but for now, things are pretty quiet. Just check the circle and the interstate. Traffic moving okay with no major issues or delays. Let's get an overall look at Lexington in real-time traffic conditions and show you what's happening inbound Nicholasville Road, Harrodsburg Road, and even on the north side. Right now, North Broadway, Newtown Pike, everything's pretty smooth. As far as our drive times are concerned, with no wrecks in the way, we're okay inbound from Nicholasville, running 12 to 15 minutes as usual. No major problems from Paris, about 18, and from Winchester, you're looking at 26. Now, we'll keep you up to date throughout the morning. Now, back to you guys.
All right, Don, we know you will. Thank you very much. And it's so good to have you along with us here. Kentucky Morning Start on WKYT, and our time this morning is right now 6:09.
Canadian firefighters say a wildfire in Alberta could smolder for months. The latest on the containment efforts in 3 minutes.
Also ahead this morning, the Powerball jackpot has been reset. Find out where the one and only big winning jackpot ticket was sold. Ahead this morning.
First Alert Weather is brought to you by Columbia Gas of Kentucky. Stay connected to the news that matters to you, like WKYT on Facebook. Rural hospitals closing, medical help getting farther and farther away. Learn how one Kentucky city has taken to the skies to help its citizens.
We really get called out to the sickest of the sick patients.
Rural healthcare takes flight tonight at 6 on WKYT.
At Bryant Heating and Cooling, your home comfort is our only mission.
That's why maintenance matters.
With spring around the corner, now's the perfect time. Schedule your preventative maintenance, just $64.95.
It's a small price to pay for peace of mind.
Do you want to lose weight quickly and safely? Do you want to be healthy for a lifetime? Kim did and lost 238 pounds at Ageless Medical Weight Loss. Betty did and lost 135 pounds. The Ageless program is a medically supervised, affordable weight loss solution. Call today for a free consultation.
The $4 menu at Steak and Shake, featuring handcrafted steak burgers, all beef footlongs, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. The $4 menu, where all meals are under $4 at Steak and Shake.
Hi, I need something that can keep up with all my adventures.
Well, the RAV4 has available sport tune suspension.
I like the sound of that.
And great handling, so it can do just about anything.
Thanks, Jan. This is exactly what I'm looking for.
I know.
Do you?
Yep.
Now, during Toyota time, get 0 for 60 financing on any new RAV4. Lease this RAV4 LE for $199 a month, or this first ever RAV4 Hybrid for $229 a month.
Here are your keys.
Thanks.
See you out there.
Sweet.
Toyota, let's go places.
The average person takes 5,000 to 8,000 steps per day, working, exercising, going about the day. High-tech artificial limbs keeps you moving comfortably. You can choose who helps you walk in the right direction.
Are you tired of juggling your finances and can't afford those remodeling projects?
Surplus Sales has hardwood flooring starting at only $199 per square foot.
Come on down to Surplus Sales for some great deals.
My dad always said God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, to listen twice as much as you talk if you want to get things done. I moved my office from the top floor to the first floor when I was elected mayor to hear people's ideas. I took their ideas and cut waste, turned a deficit into a surplus, and helped create thousands of jobs. I'm Jim Gray, and I approve this message because both parties have good ideas. It just takes someone to listen.
When you're in pain, nothing matters more than finding relief. Our strategy at the Pain Treatment Center of the Bluegrass is to provide an aggressive, cost-effective, multidisciplinary approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve your quality of life. As the largest freestanding pain treatment facility in the Bluegrass, we provide extended care through our affiliated Joint Commission accredited surgery center, in-house imaging suite and lab, and our behavioral medicine specialists who address the emotional and psychological aspects of pain. Call for an appointment.
At Bryant Heating and Cooling, your home comfort is our only mission.
That's why maintenance matters.
With spring around the corner, now's the perfect time. Schedule your preventative maintenance, just $64.95.
It's a small price to pay for peace of mind.
WKYT's First Alert Weather follows you wherever you go, on TV, online, on your phone, and throughout the day on 104.5 The Cat.
Welcome back to WKYT this morning. Your time is 6:13. The remaining 2016 presidential candidates are making a final push for votes ahead of primaries in Nebraska and West Virginia.
And of course, Kentucky coming up next week. Despite being the only candidate left standing on the GOP side, Donald Trump will still face a tough battle to unite his party behind him. Hannah Daniels has the latest now on campaign 2016.
Donald Trump may be heading into Tuesday's primary contests unopposed, but his campaign to build Republican unity is far from over.
I think it would be better if it were unified, but I don't think it actually has to be unified in the traditional sense.
Trump's rift with the GOP deepened last week after House Speaker Paul Ryan said he's not ready to endorse the presumptive nominee. Adding to concerns, the billionaire candidate walked back some of his policy positions Sunday, suggesting he'd be open to a tax hike on the rich and raising the minimum wage.
I think people have to get more. And
but that's
it's
a
not
change
a very
from where you were during the primaries.
It's a change. I'm allowed to change. You need flexibility, George.
Trump's likely Democratic opponent, Hillary Clinton, says she's now getting support from Republicans, nervous about Trump's candidacy.
And I've had a lot of outreach from Republicans in the last days who say that they are interested in talking about that.
The former Secretary of State edged closer to securing her party's nomination after winning Guam's Democratic caucus Saturday. Still, rival Bernie Sanders insists the race is far from over.
At the end of the day,
Love trumps hatred.
Recent polls show the Vermont senator leading Clinton in West Virginia's Democratic primary tomorrow, where 29 delegates are at stake. Hannah Daniels, CBS News.
And Clinton now has 93% of the delegates needed to win the Democratic nomination. Clinton now, again with that huge advantage in delegates, is heading to Kentucky. She's planning another campaign stop in the Commonwealth tomorrow. Clinton will be at the Louisville Slugger Field tomorrow for an outdoor event. The event is free, open to the public, and her husband, former President Bill Clinton, is also returning to the Bluegrass State. We're working to find out the details on that trip. Kentucky's primary is a week from tomorrow.
Fire officials in Alberta, Canada say they're hoping to get a death grip on an enormous wildfire that's burned through nearly 400,000 acres. Officials say they have reached a turning point in battling the blaze that's destroyed parts of the town of Fort McMurray. Firefighters are hoping that cooler temperatures forecast for the next several days will help them put out hot spots. A lot of questions are being asked on both sides of the border about Mexico's decision to relocate convicted drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman to a region that's firmly controlled by his cartel. Guzman was moved before dawn Saturday from a maximum security prison outside Mexico City to a less secure facility. The drug lord was arrested in January after escaping from prison for a second time. Nearly 500 athletes from 14 countries will be competing in a Paralympic-style sports competition for wounded veterans. The Invictus Games start today. Britain's Prince Harry and First Lady Michelle Obama helped kick off the four-day event in Orlando last night with impassioned speeches. The first Invictus Games took place in 2014 at the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park in the United Kingdom.
Coming up on 6:17 right now, you had to ask what impact will that huge fire in Alberta, Canada have on us? Well, it is sending oil prices higher. The area is home to the world's third largest oil reserve. Some oil pipelines have been shut down as a precaution, and production has been cut by more than 1 million barrels a day. Uber and Lyft are threatening to shut down in Austin, Texas, starting today. Voters there backed a measure that requires drivers to get fingerprint background checks. Lyft says it threatens their business model and makes it harder for part-time drivers to give rides in the city. Also this morning, the Kentucky Derby has racing fans looking for another Triple Crown winner. The real money could come later. American Pharoah, last year's Triple Crown winner, has already earned more than $20 million fathering would-be racehorses. That is $200,000 for every foal. Fresh air in India is now being sold by the can. Vitality Air, the Canadian company that started selling Rocky Mountain air to China last year, will begin shipping to the world's most polluted city, Delhi, India. The 2-gallon bottle comes with a breathing mask. It is available online for $32 per can. The New Yorker is coming to life with a new augmented reality cover. It's part of the magazine's annual Innovators issue. If you download an app on your tablet, the cover image, a yellow and black drawing of Manhattan, will pop off the screen and turn into a three-dimensional city. So certainly that's attention-getting, Michelle.
It definitely is. WKYT This Morning is just getting started. A school yearbook has gone to the dogs. Why this dog got her own picture next to a special student. That's coming up in 6 minutes.
We have a small chance of rain for today, already seeing some of those as we look back toward the west, but it's actually tomorrow we're going to be talking about with those thunderstorms moving on in. I'm going to show you the timing on that coming up.
CBS Tonight, get ready for new comedy.
Smiles, everyone. Let's have fun.
When Mike and Molly's big news
You're going to be a grandma.
will leave some people speechless.
She's starting to try. Or she's having a stroke.
A new hour of Mike and Molly, followed by The Big Bang.
Who wants to get their shelled on? If anything, I'm trying to get my shelled off.
Then, nobody welcomes a sports legend like The Odd Couple.
Rich Eisen, care to join us? We were just sitting here enjoying our full heads of hair.
New Mike and Molly, The Big Bang Theory, and New Odd Couple, CBS Tonight.
Over 40? Have you gained weight, lost muscle tone? Often exercise and diet isn't enough. It's not your fault. Body Shapes Medical optimizes your hormones to youthful levels, allowing you to lose weight and keep it off naturally. Call today or book online, bodyshapesmd.com.
Here's a fun way to control your luck. It's a game called Keno. You can start with $1. You pick your numbers, your odds, and your wager. And the winnings, well, they could be major. Just pick your numbers and hope you win. A few minutes later, you can play it again. Now play Keno wherever Kentucky lottery games are sold.
He's been turned down. Commence operation. Hey! You need a car.
I got turned down for credit.
Turned down for what?
For credit.
Sorry, earwax. Turned down for what?
Credit.
Drive time won't turn you down, regardless of credit.
Cool.
Save yourself. Get approved at Drive Time First. Call, click, or visit.
Cash back when you refinance your auto loan with UK Federal Credit Union. Visit betteryourloan.com for more details.
If you are in a car accident and searching for a lawyer, you need to ask that lawyer 3 questions. 1, have you practiced law in Kentucky your entire legal career? 2, have you recently tried a case in a Kentucky courtroom? And 3, have over a dozen of the nation's largest insurance companies retain you to try their cases? At Golden Law Office, we can answer yes to all these questions. Put our inside knowledge to work for you. Call us today for a free consultation.
Mama, don't you just love it?
Welcome to Body Shapes Medical, the trusted experts in hormone health. By age 35, you likely need our help. After 40, you definitely do.
Since my therapy, I can run marathons now.
I was able to lose 27 pounds in 2 months.
The more you lose, the more you want to stick to it.
Good morning. The time is 6:22. So good to have you up and at it with us on this Monday. It was a wonderful weekend. Busy for a lot of folks.
Yeah, it's one of those days this Monday where it's kind of hard to push through, but you just got to do it, right?
That's right. Make the best of it.
The bad weather held out for the big race, but some weekend storms did cause damage around Kentucky.
We'll take a look. That's what's trending at this hour. In Rockcastle County, strong winds knocked over a tree onto a home. A family was inside at the time. They say they're shocked that no one was hurt there.
Hillary Clinton is returning to Kentucky ahead of the state's primary on May 17th. The Democratic presidential candidate will be in Louisville tomorrow. Her husband is also returning to the Commonwealth. Details on Bill Clinton's visit have not been announced.
This could be the pick day of the week. Let's check in for the forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Which is wild to say, but it is, because we have a small chance of rain still in the forecast. But this is the driest day you'll see this work week. Then we head up towards your weekend. Even late Friday, it looks like some rain will move on out. But late Friday into your weekend, that's your best bet to actually see a 20-30% chance of rain. It's a pretty active pattern in store. Now, I know it looks like a lot of rain is expected today with that on First Alert Defender Live Radar Network. However, it's only a small chance as we go throughout the morning hours. I would say now through about noontime, 1 p.m. at the latest, we start to see that small chance in there. And then that front works northbound. That'll leave us with an opportunity to stay mainly dry later on this afternoon. It's 76 degrees. Pretty nice weather in store later on today, so you coming home from work, kids coming home from school, should be good to go. However, focus of the forecast. Yeah, plenty of thunderstorms to go around for everybody, guys, the next few days, especially tomorrow. Tomorrow we're focusing in on the severe threat. I'm going to talk about that in just a few minutes.
Watch. We'll do that. We thank you very much. It's coming up on 6:24 on your Monday.
Yeah, so this happens only a little more than once a decade. Today, avid star watchers will be able to see Mercury pass between the Earth and the Sun.
If you can for the clouds, right?
Right.
The rare astronomical event is known as a planetary transit. Mercury zooms around the Sun often, but Earth, the Sun, and Mercury rarely align. The entire trip should take 7.5 hours. If the clouds clear out enough, you will need a telescope or binoculars to see it. Here in Lexington, BCTC is hosting a viewing party today that will be between 10 and noon. The astronomy department will have a few telescopes set up behind the administration building on the Newtown campus. So there's your opportunity, and let's hope it clears up.
Hopefully it's a clear day, right?
Hopefully. Oh, you don't see this every day in a school yearbook, a special four-legged student.
Yeah, 14-year-old Seth Ware is so close to his service dog Presley that she earned her own picture next to his. Check that out. Seth suffers from muscular dystrophy, so Presley is with him all the time to help him pick up things that he can't reach. Presley is nearly a 6-year-old golden doodle. Among other things, she's trained to run for help if Seth falls. It's pretty cool that he got his own picture.
Quite a dog, it sounds like.
So I'm sorry to say, but the sole winner of the $430 million Powerball jackpot has yet to come forward to claim the prize.
Unless it's some distant relative that you haven't
that's
heard
true.
from
I
yet,
never
right?
thought of that,
Yeah,
though.
there you go. Only one ticket matched all 6 Powerball numbers in Saturday night's drawing. Lottery officials in New Jersey say the winning ticket was sold at a 7-Eleven in Trenton. It was purchased as a cash ticket. It is valued at $284 million. The jackpot was the 6th largest in Powerball jackpot history. So a lot of excitement. A lot of folks took advantage of that after maybe, you know, trying their luck at the Derby. So.
I know. I had a lot of tickets just thrown in the air. Derby tickets, Powerball tickets.
Oh, this happens,
oh, well,
you know.
It happens.
Now it's Monday and back to work. Okay, 6:26 on WKYT this morning. So good to have you with us. Our news team is busy this morning.
Yeah, when WKYT this morning returns, a Mother's Day murder in the Derby City, where neighbors say the victim's young son witnessed the brutal crime.
An awful story. All of our top stories are on the way. Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $150 million. And after being hit, Wednesday night's Powerball jackpot is $40 million. We'll be right back on WKYT.
If you've been injured in an accident, hurt on the job, or the victim of medical malpractice, visit forthepeople.com. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
People know Window World as home of the original 189 window.
But that's just the beginning. We install siding too.
Our siding comes with energy-efficient, form-fitted foam.
Guaranteed for life.
Window World, simply the best siding for less.
It's been said the origin of modern golf can be traced to Scotland. Known for its highlands and lowlands, early golfers had to adjust from mountainous terrains to the lowest valleys if they wanted to compete. While we don't expect you to dust off the old kilt, we do invite you to play around at the 2 most distinct courses in Kentucky, Stonecrest and the Paintsville Golf Course. Visit Paintsville and Prestonsburg today. Mention this ad and save 20% on tee times and lodging.
Don?
Ned?
Trump?
Cruz?
Congress?
Mike Pape. You?
Yeah, Mike Pape. Unlike James Comer, who refuses to repeal Obamacare, Mike Pape will repeal Obamacare.
And unlike Comer, who's for Obama's amnesty, Mike Pape is against amnesty and will build the wall.
Mike Pape is a trusted conservative.
He'll make America great again.
I'm Mike Pape, and I approve this message.
Step right up for something fun. For just $1, the excitement's begun. The game's called Keno, and you can play it in an alley. Or you can play it with your best friend, Sally. You can play it here or there. You could play it almost anywhere. Play with many numbers or just a few. How you play is all up to you. You can put down a little or put down a lot. So what do you say? Give Keno a shot. Just pick your numbers and hope you win, and a few minutes later, you can play it again. Now you can play Keno wherever Kentucky Lottery games are sold, fueling imagination, funding education.
Are you digging a garden? Are you putting up a mailbox? Always call 811 before you dig. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Columbia Gas of Kentucky.
With a heavy-duty welded steel deck,
and exclusive smooth track steering, the Hustler Raptor zero-turn mower doesn't play around. It's got the power to turn your weekend to-do list into your weekend to-done list. The legendary Hustler Raptor family, starting at just $27.99. Tools, not toys.
Get your Hustler mower at Huss Equipment in Nicholasville and Pat's Garden Center in Stanford.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you, like WKYT on Facebook. WKYT's First Alert Weather follows you wherever you go, on TV, online, on your phone, and throughout the day on Wild 103.9. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you, and here we are coming off a very special weekend in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Michelle Chamberlain. It's Monday, May 9th. I hope all you moms out there had a great day yesterday.
And now at 6:30, murdered on Mother's Day. Police are looking for a killer who took away an 8-year-old's mother. It's an awful story. We have the details ahead.
Preventing the Zika virus, what the state is doing to educate people ahead of the summer.
And when goats go wild, we'll go to a farmer's market in northern Kentucky to explain what went all wrong there.
We do have a small rain chance for today, but it's your driest day in the forecast. Yeah, we get throughout the next few days, and things really start to increase with that activity. Getting towards your afternoon, 76 degrees. A nice day in store, especially afternoon. But then we're looking at those storms tomorrow. I'm going to break down that forecast hour by hour coming up.
Micah, thank you. We have a lot going on. Let's get to the news this morning. A Kentucky mother was killed in front of her 8-year-old son on Mother's Day. Just hard to imagine.
You know, I told him, I was like, you just got to breathe. I said, there's, you know, a good chance that Jesus is not ready for Mommy. Mommy will be back. That, you know, sorry, still emotional.
That is emotional. Louisville police say 27-year-old Angelina Presley was shot by a man who approached her in a parking lot near her home. Her family says she was leaving a derby party at the time. Neighbors who heard the gunshots called police, then rushed to help the woman and her young son. Police say the little boy was able to give them some details about the shooter, but so far no arrests have been made.
He purchased a necklace for her earlier in the week, and he was really looking forward to giving it to her on Mother's Day. At the time, I don't think he understood the gravity of the situation. I don't think he was aware that his mother had passed.
Now, the little boy's grandmother says he's doing as well as can be expected. Police are asking the public for help solving this case.
Well, today, Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin will sign the state's transportation budget bill into law. And that bill includes money for many road projects, including one that is designed to make a stretch of I-75 much safer. WKYT's Mike Byer is at our live desk with the details on that. Mike?
Governor Matt Bevin will be in Rockcastle County this morning and will hold a ceremonial bill signing for House Bill 304, the state's annual transportation budget. The bill includes funding that will be used to widen a section of I-75 in Rockcastle County. The stretch of interstate has been the source of many traffic jams and wrecks over the past several years. If you recall, in late January, thousands of motorists were left stranded for hours when the area was hit by a major snowfall. This morning, Governor Bevin will be joined by State Representative Jonathan Schell and State Senator Jared Carpenter, who led the charge to make the funding a part of the final version of the plan. Representative Schell says, quote, the I-75 problem is one that has negatively impacted the Rockcastle community, along with travelers from all over the country for too long. Now the bill signing is set to take place at Limestone Grill at 10:30 this morning. The public is welcome to attend. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. And we are also making plans to cover a news conference where state leaders will discuss the Zika virus today. There have been 6 cases of Zika confirmed in Kentucky. And today, several state agencies will discuss how Zika is transmitted and ways to prevent getting the virus. Zika is a flu-like virus that has been linked to birth defects.
New this morning, a man is accused of passing out at the wheel of a car with 2 children inside. The Whitley County Sheriff's Office says 29-year-old Derek Mills appeared to be under the influence at the time. They found him in an SUV at Bell's Country Store. Police say 2 kids under the age of 10 were with him. Also new this morning, Lexington police are looking for the man who robbed Divas, a strip club on Russell Cave Road. They say the man had a large knife when he stole money from a cash register around 2 o'clock this morning. Now it's springtime, and in Kentucky, that means the chance for strong and even severe storms.
We've been seeing those blow up rather suddenly in many of our areas. Over the weekend, strong winds caused some damage across parts of the state. We're looking at a warm and stormy week ahead, and we're here to help keep you safe. WKYT's Mark Barber is live at Kroger on Euclid Avenue in Lexington with details about a special event going on today. Mark?
Good morning, Bill. Our meteorologists will be here at the Kroger on Euclid Avenue from 11 to 7 today, as we are expecting strong to severe storms to really roll through just about every day this week, and they will be here to help make sure that you are prepared for that. Now, they will be here from, again, 11 to 7 today. They will be helping you program weather radios that you can find just inside the doors here. If you have a Kroger card, you can get those radios for a discount. It will only take about a minute or two to get those radios set up for those programming features. Now, if you take a look at the storm damage from this weekend storm in Rockcastle County, you can see why it is really so important to be prepared for these spring storms. Powerful winds snapped a tree that fell right onto a home yesterday. A man was sitting in the living room when the tree came crashing down. He wasn't hurt, but as you can see, his home was destroyed. Now, our meteorologists do not want you to be surprised by these spring storms, so that is why they will be programming these weather radios today. You will also have an opportunity to meet our weather team, as well as some staffers with the National Weather Service tomorrow at the Kentucky Theater for a screening of the movie Twister. They will also be there to help walk you through the process of how to have a hand in providing weather updates when you become a WKYT weather watcher. For more information on how to connect with our meteorologists this week as they work to keep us all prepared ahead of these spring storms, visit our website, WKYT.com. Now, for more on how to prepare for this day, here's meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Mark. Yeah, it's a good overview of what we have going on today and for tomorrow is we're going to be down there at Kroger. I'll see Mark coming up at about 11 a.m. is when we actually kick things off. And it finishes off at 7 p.m. We'd love to see you down there. And for Twister tomorrow, remember, it's free to sign up. It's free to go down there and see us. We'd love to see you tomorrow. Kentucky Theater. Jump on WKYT.com and check that out. We're looking across the BG Parkway, a couple of showers here and there. Some of that's just sprinkles, but temperatures there in the 50s and 60s. As a warm front increases northbound, it actually takes that rain along with it. So now through noontime, I would say, is your best bet to actually pick up on some rain in the forecast. After that, afternoon actually looks pretty good. 76 degrees, but all eyes obviously on those storms for tomorrow. I've got an hour-by-hour forecast with new data coming in. I'm going to show you that coming up when these storms move on in and how that's going to affect your day tomorrow. That's coming up in about 10 minutes.
Okay, we'll see you then. Thank you, Micah. And 2 men are in jail after a man was shot in the chest. William Arvin is facing several charges, including assault. Brian Moore is accused of tampering with evidence. State police say Arvin shot 32-year-old Anthony Thacker outside a home on Waco Loop Road in Madison County. The witness who called 911 says he saw Thacker motionless on the ground. He was rushed to UK Hospital. We do not know how he's doing this morning. Police say they later found Arvin at an apartment in Richmond. Lexington police say they're not getting much help from a juvenile who was shot in the foot last night. They say the shooting happened on Center Parkway. The victim was found on Calder Road. No arrests have been made in that.
The Laura County coroner thinks a medical emergency caused a man to crash his car into a dealership. London police say 61-year-old Stephen Caudle crashed his truck into several cars at Legacy Nissan on Kentucky 192. Caudle later died at St. Joseph Hospital. The Lincoln County Sheriff is asking for your help this morning to track down a man he's calling a dangerous thief. Deputies say Jeremy Sears has been involved in several thefts. They say Sears ran away from them yesterday in a stolen car. They think he's in southern Lincoln County or northern Casey County.
Well, Randall Cobb recently signed a new 4-year, $40 million contract with the Green Bay Packers, but that did not stop the former Kentucky Wildcat from finishing his college degree.
Randall L. Cobb II.
Lots of cheers. Cobb got a loud ovation when his name was called during UK's graduation ceremony over the weekend at Rupp Arena. He actually has 2 classes left to complete this summer, but he was able to walk early before he gets busy with the NFL season. Cobb becomes the first member in his immediate family to have a college degree. He says his diploma means more than any of his accomplishments on the field. Congratulations to him. And by the way, about 3,000 people took part in yesterday's graduation, the largest ever from UK.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
Exciting. And UK's graduation also marked the end of the line for a prominent piece of equipment that we all know something about.
Yeah, this is sad. Today, Rep Arena's sound system, a.k.a. Big Bertha, is retiring. The giant speakers are 40 years old. They were first used in 1976 and will be removed from Rupp Arena today as part of a $15 million upgrade to the arena. Now, Rupp will be closed from June through October while new technology is installed. The Lexington Center says it may keep part of Big Bertha to put on display. The rest of it may be sold.
All right. It was a good 40-year run for that system, you know?
Yeah, and the system weighs 12,000 pounds.
Isn't that amazing?
So it should be interesting to watch it come down. Now, what was supposed to be an opening ceremony for a farmer's market in northern Kentucky turned into a 24-hour chase for a group of goats.
Yeah, there were
Who
some
would have
troubles.
thought?
Organizers in Covington planned to walk 7 goats in a park for the running of the goats during the grand opening of a local farmer's market up there. A group of 40 people had signed up to be a human barrier around the goats, but the animals immediately made a run for it and they escaped. Off they go. All of the goats were eventually caught and returned, but 2 goats did spend the night inside the park until they were caught the next day. So the goats were on the lam there for a while.
Pretty entertaining, I must say.
Right.
Oh.
Just kind of peeping around. It's kind of fun. 6:40 now, 20 before 7 on WKYT this morning.
Yeah, hopefully there's no goats out on the road this morning. Let's see how traffic's moving along.
Sometimes you have livestock out there. Let's go to Officer Dodd and check on live drive traffic. Good morning.
Yeah, sometimes we do, but not this morning. And we just checked inbound Richmond Road. The slowest traffic there seems to be at the circle in the left turn lane to the inner loop, but that will clear with about 1 to 2 clicks of the light, at least so far this far into rush hour. Let's get a look outside right now and we'll show you what to expect as far as traffic flow around town in real time. What we're seeing on Nicholasville Road approaching the county line and Man o' War, not much. Even the circle looks good. The left turn lane to the inner loop's moving okay. Drive times this morning, so far we're okay from Winchester with no significant delays to deal with there. Also coming in from Mount Sterling, it's a normal ride. We're looking at about 18 minutes or so, or 29 minutes from Mount Sterling. From Richmond is 32 across the Clays Ferry Bridge. Now back to you in the studio.
Don, thank you so much. I want to remind you, you can get the latest traffic and weather information anytime with the WKYT Weather Plus Traffic app. And you can download that for free in the app or Google Play stores. Coming up on 6:42 on WKYT this morning as you hop to it on this Monday after a very busy weekend in the Commonwealth. A lot more news in just a moment.
Yeah, they're not thoroughbreds, but they're still fun to watch. Look at how they do Derby weekend to our south. That's coming up after weather. Look at them go.
We do have a chance of rain for today. It's a little bit of an unsettled pattern is what we're going to be looking at the next several days. I'll talk all about that forecast when you expect these storms coming up.
And as Micah was saying, this may be the pick day of the week. We're looking at beautiful downtown Lexington here on your Monday morning as the city comes to life, and we're coming back on WKYT this morning.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on Rewind 105.5.
Have you met your perfect match? I found mine with a free foundation check at Merle Norman. They've got over 200 shades to choose from. Plus, they make sure your skin looks perfectly matched and totally flawless for the cost of free. No wonder they're called the foundation experts. The free foundation check at Merle Norman. It's a match made in heaven. Merle Norman, made in the USA. Your gift with the purchase of 2 or more Merle Norman cosmetic products.
I'm a policeman with the Versailles Police Department, trying to help someone across the street. Car hit me, and then I had 3 surgeries. They said I had to be 100% in order to return to work, but I wasn't, so I had to retire. I couldn't ask for better help than I did get from Becker Law. A friend of mine called me a couple of months ago, and she needed an attorney, and I said, well, call Becker Law Offices.
Call the Becker Law Office. Just dial 3s.
All across America, families are coming back to Time Warner Cable for a whole new experience.
We came back for internet speeds so fast, even the kids are impressed. Oh, she's impressed.
We're catching up on movies and shows on demand just as fast as we can watch them.
TWC's home Wi-Fi is so strong, we can use all our devices at the same time.
Come back today. You'll get 100 meg internet, TV, phone, and more for $89.99 a month. And ask how you could get a $300 reward card. Call now.
What the hail? You heard that right. Recent storms caused slight damage, and you benefit at the Frankfurt Toyota What the Hail sale.
What the hail?
Frankfurt Toyota has new Toyotas and top quality used vehicles just slightly damaged. And the damage to the vehicles is so small and the savings are so big you don't want to miss Frankfurt Toyota's What the Hail sale. When they're gone, they're gone. Hurry in for the best selection. Frankfurt Toyota's What the Hail sale.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard.
Discover an incredible deal with Train's early bird sale now through May 30th. Buy a qualifying system and pay no interest until January 2021 or choose a trade-in allowance of up to $1,000. Visit findatrain.com now for details.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you, like WKYT on Facebook. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
50s and 60s early this morning. It's not a bad feel when you walk out the door. So the feel is good. The look, not so much, because we do have a few showers, kind of a finger of showers right through our viewing area. If you go up towards, say, the BG Parkway, slide off into Lexington over towards, say, North Middletown, Millersburg, Paris. Those are areas that we are seeing some of that rain. It's not much, not heavy, but it's just enough maybe to cause a few problems as you're walking out the door. Versailles right now, Lawrenceburg, especially the southern half of Lawrenceburg, picking up on that. Going through, like I said, Lexington and then Paris, Millersburg, North Middletown, that's an area that we're seeing some of that rain. And also Springfield and Willisburg there and portions of Washington County picking up on some of that rain. But let me show you this, okay? For the most part, I mean, you're talking a 30% chance of rain during the morning hours. Afternoon, it's more of a 10% chance, so it actually decreases as we go through the day, but neither morning nor afternoon is a good chance. Temperatures in the 70s. Feels really good, looks really good this afternoon. Then we slide throughout the night and into tomorrow morning. Look at 7 a.m. Showers, a couple of rumbles of thunder, move on in. That's not your severe weather threat. Let's go through the day. Let's keep going. Then we hit noontime to about 3 p.m. Showers and thunderstorms. That's still not your severe weather threat. Let's keep going. Here's waves of energy sliding on through. Now you're talking about 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. That is your best bet to see these storms move on in. Obviously, this is no widespread severe weather. I mean, it looks nothing like that showing up on these particular models. Nonetheless, we could have an isolated severe cell slide on in here. The majority of our region under a marginal risk of severe storms. Marginal being the lowest end of severe weather that you can have from the Storm Prediction Center. And then outlined there in yellow is your slight risk, a little bit better opportunity. So the better chance is going to be far toward the west and southwest, toward the Cumberland region. Then go down 68. That's probably your best bet to actually see some of these storms. Now, if this storm increases, if the storm system increases the next 24 hours, increases in speed, you're going to see the slight risk shift over toward the east, and you're going to have a better opportunity for severe storms tomorrow, because then they'll come during the afternoon hours. But as of right now, it's coming in during the evening. You lose a lot of that energy. A lot of that energy loss means lower level threats of severe cells. So if it speeds up in timing, we'll start to see some widespread severe storms. But if it decreases in timing, we'll actually see just your run-of-the-mill thunderstorms roll on through. So all of us really hoping for that to decrease. But that's tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And as of right now, that's the timing on that. We'll see if that increases or decreases. Going off toward Wednesday and Thursday, still more rain chances. Friday really is Friday morning, Friday afternoon and evening. Any plans with that? It looks great, fantastic. That'll take you off towards your weekend, too. Only small chances of rain. So really, it's the next few days that we really got to keep an eye out on, which we are programming some weather radios today down at Euclid, Croker here in Lexington, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. We'd love to see you guys down there. And then a huge event going on, Weather Watchers program. Over 200 people have signed up. We're going to pack out that Kentucky Theater with the movie Twister. Everybody loves that movie, right?
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I hope it doesn't happen, but
right,
but it's a good movie to see, and lots of things to keep in mind this week. And
a lot going on.
Micah, we appreciate it. 6:48 is our time this morning.
It's the Run for the Roses in Kentucky, but they do things a bit differently down in Tennessee.
Oh yeah, down to the south. It's the annual running King of the Chihuahuas, and it was held over the weekend in Chattanooga. The pint-sized pups run for a blue ribbon. There were more than 100 Chihuahuas in that big race.
Oh, look at her dress.
And it was a pup there named Phoebe Coco who took home the prize, as you said, well dressed. I mean, she was fit for a derby party.
Oh, yes,
right?
she was.
Don't worry if you've never heard of her. These dogs don't have the name recognition of the derby contenders, but winners nevertheless, right?
I don't know if I buy that. Phoebe Coco, that's a pretty cool name.
Well, it is, and you know, now she has some fame, right?
Phoebe Coco, way to go.
Have the others there.
Yes.
6:49, 11 before 7 on WKYT on your Monday morning.
More news when we come back.
Coming up, Donald Trump versus conservative Republican leaders. Can the rift be repaired before the GOP convention? Plus, Norah O'Donnell's interview with Prince Harry about the Invictus Games and his mother Diana. More real news coming up on CBS This Morning, next.
Rural hospitals closing, medical help getting farther and farther away. Learn how one Kentucky city has taken to the skies to help its citizens.
We generally get called out to the sickest of the sick patients.
Rural healthcare takes flight tonight at 6 on WKYT.
Hey guys, it's Deanne Stevens here. When it comes to HVAC, the Comfort Man is the only name I trust. And right now, they're running a special where you can get a clean and check for $69. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the Comfort Man at 859-COMFORT today.
Everyone is singing praises about essential oils and trying to make their home free of toxic chemicals. Get the facts yourself and learn how Young Living essential oils can help support your family's health and well-being. Visit justonedrop.com for more information and local classes.
Mama, don't you just love it?
Park Community mascot Parky is not the world's best baseball player. But if you want to refinance or tap your home equity, Parky and the folks at Park Community Credit Union are your MVPs.
All summer long, your road to refreshment leads to Speedway. And now that Speedway's grown throughout the Midwest, Northeast, and Southeast, nobody has a handle on your summer fun better than Speedway. From the sunny shores of Florida to New York City, from the Carolinas to the New England coast, your road to refreshment leads to Speedway. And with your Speedway app, there's always a Speedway nearby and a chance to win prizes with every visit on your trip.
We're on your way to convenience stores of Speedway.
Now, a 32-ounce Speedy Freezer fountain drink's just 89 cents.
At Hair Win, we've been helping people for 125 years.
If you've been injured in a life-changing accident, we can help.
Contact us at helpingkentucky.com.
Hair Win. Visit helpingkentucky.com.
Yes. 2,400,053 grains of sand. Exactly 2 hours for Steak and Shake's half-price happier hour. We'll never miss half-price hand-dipped milkshakes again.
But Master, happier hours from 2 to 5 now.
Pardon me?
They added an hour.
Great, I've lost count.
Happy Hour just got happier. Get half-price shakes now from 2 to 5 at Steak and Shake.
Hey guys, it's Deanne Stevens here. When it comes to HVAC, the Comfort Man is the only name I trust. And right now, they're running a special where you can get a clean and check for $69. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the Comfort Man at 859-COMFORT today.
Still to come, what if you could play golf faster and have fun in between holes? Wouldn't that be fun?
CBS This Morning takes a look at the new innovation in the sport, and they'll, of course, have the latest from the campaign trail, a lot more, coming up on CBS This Morning, which is about 7 minutes away now. We're coming up on 6:53. And here are some of our top stories here locally this morning.
Yeah, Louisville police are looking for the man who murdered a woman right in front of her 8-year-old son.
27-year-old Angelina Presley was shot to death on Mother's Day by a man who approached her in a parking lot near her home. Her family says she was leaving a derby party at the time. Neighbors who heard the gunshots called police and then rushed over to help the woman and her young son. Police say the little boy was able to give them some details about the shooter, but so far no arrests have been made. Today, Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin is going to be signing the state's transportation budget bill into law, and it won't be in Frankfort. The bill includes money for an I-75 widening project through Rockcastle County County. That stretch of interstate has been the source of many traffic jams and wrecks over the last several years. And later this morning, the governor will be signing that bill at the Limestone Grill at 10:30 this morning in Rockcastle County. The public is welcome to attend.
Penn State University says its legal settlements with Jerry Sandusky's accusers cover alleged abuse dating back to 1971. That's 40 years before the assistant football coach's arrest in a child molestation scandal. The university has paid out more than $90 million to settle more than 30 civil claims. Sandusky is now serving a decades-long prison term. Today is the deadline set by the U.S. Justice Department for North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory to declare he won't try to enforce a new law limiting protections for LGBT people. But McCrory says it's common sense legislation and accused Washington of being a bully. His stance could risk funding for the state's university system and lead to a protracted federal lawsuit. Wounded service members from around the world will compete in the second annual Invictus Games in Florida. First Lady Michelle Obama and former President George W. Bush joined Britain's Prince Harry to kick off the games yesterday. More than 500 athletes are expected to participate in the 5-day tournament. And Nora O'Donnell will have an interview with Prince Harry coming up on CBS this morning.
That's just a few minutes away, so keep it here for that. 6:55, and right now on WKYT.com, we have all the latest for you. It looks like a stormy week ahead. WKYT is holding some special events to keep you informed about weather, including a radio programming event that will be going on at the Kroger on Euclid Avenue, and then there's that Twister event at the Kentucky Theater for our weather watchers tomorrow evening. Some are already cleaning up from storms. Tough winds caused damage in Rockcastle and Laurel counties. We have video and full details of that story online this morning. Our most viewed story is the shooting yesterday at Waco in Madison County. It happened early on a quiet Sunday morning, and it ended in 2 arrests. You've probably noticed the price of gasoline is climbing. It has jumped 9 cents over the last 2 weeks, now averaging $2.27 a gallon. Of course, all of this is ahead of the summer driving season when prices normally take a jump. You can read about the trends on our website this morning. Kentucky's Democratic presidential primary a week from tomorrow. The Clinton campaign is putting on a blitz. Hillary Clinton will hold an outdoor rally in Louisville tomorrow, and former President Bill Clinton will be making several stops in the Bluegrass State coming up on Thursday. On Kentucky.com, the UK graduation yesterday, the largest in school history, more than 3,000 students taking part. Lots of inspirational stories, including Randall Cobb picking up his degree. The cost of preserving the People's Bank building in downtown Lexington keeps going up, now estimated at $450,000 additional. They're going to be talking about that at council tomorrow. CBS This Morning coming up with your eye-opener and our local updates. Join us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter or Instagram, and for the latest, WKYT.com.
Couple of showers out there early this morning, especially along that BG Parkway, at least around it, and then stretching back toward Paris and Bourbon County and also Nicholas County. We're holding on to Carlisle, looking at a couple of showers. Guys, this morning now through noontime is about a 30% chance of rain. Afternoon is more of a 20%, so not great chances, but they're still there and pick up in the next couple of days.
As long as you don't get all 30%, right? Nobody's more up to date than you. Thank you for being with us this morning.